I didn't expect this with Oscar, but I'm definitely coming to win.
All right, thanks. Is this sort of a motivation for you too, Steve? I mean, sort of, everybody saying, you're the hand-picked guy, sort of, On the other hand, you're taking that as motivation.
Absolutely. I've been the underdog my whole life. I weighed 2 pounds at birth. The day I left the hospital, my heart and lungs shut down. They said, "Oh, this kid won't make it." I grew up, I was a lot sicker than the other kids. If it rained outside, I had to go inside because I would get the shakes. So I've been going through as an underdog my whole life. I mean, this is what I love. I mean, I'm come to when people don't expect much. I mean, because Oscar is the name. They're impressed by anything you do, and I'm gonna do a whole lot of something. So people are gonna be very impressed by the way I fight come May 3rd.
Steve, he said he learned from the Felix Stern experience you was referring to it there. But he said before that fight that he was looking past Felix Stern. Do you think he's really learned from that, or? I
think so. I think the fact that he brought Floyd Mayweather Sr. back home, the Mayweather like my uncle, I mean, it's that shows me right there that, and by him going up to the big beard, it shows that he's definitely serious. This is his last year. He wants to go out with a bang. I mean, he's gonna definitely be at his best, and I'm just privileged to get an opportunity to show that what I can do with him and that I can win. So, yeah, I think he's gonna be. I hope he looks past it, but I don't think he will.
Having been around the Mayweathers your whole life, like you said, what do you make of the relationship between Floyd Sr. and Roger?
You know what? For me being there, they're competitive, but they love each other just like any other fan. I mean, it's out, and of course, in the media a lot. They're bumping. I mean, they talk to each other all the time. So I know they have a lot of love and respect for each other, but they're competitive. So it's going to be, they want to. I know Roger wants to prove that he's a better trainer, and he says by doing that, 2 fighters he trained beat Oscar. So it's going to be definitely they got their work cut out to make sure both guys are well prepared.
Has more been made of that than what really is, the feud between the two?
I think so. I think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they are so competitive, especially in this boxing. But I mean, they gonna have Thanksgiving and all that stuff together. You know what I mean? So that's something people don't see. They don't see that. But they just, when it comes to boxing, because that's their life, everything is competitive. So
it seemed in the Brewer fight you had problems with Grady's size. Not trying to compare him and Oscar, but obviously that's maybe an issue in this fight. What did you learn in that fight?
Well, actually in the Brewer fight, and it's funny because it's similar to the Stern. I didn't take Grady Brewer serious at all. I mean, it was a split decision in the final. But if you see how I fight, that was probably the worst fight you've ever seen me in. That's why I was so anxious to fight Demetrius Hopkins after that. And you all saw that. I mean, I beat him at least 8 out of 12 rounds. And then after that, to fight another talented kid in Francisco Panchito Bojado, who I believe even, Teddy Atlas had a quote. He said, when he looks at that kid, he sees champion. And I was able to outbox him. So I think I just learned that, you got to take everybody serious. And it's funny that, I'm in the opposite corner from Oscar, where he's saying he's taking me serious. So.
What was going through your mind between the end of the Bojado fight and when they announced the decision? Did you have the here we go again?
No, I did. I was thinking, man, they can't. But I remember talking to Sugar Ray Leonard right before the fight in the dressing room. Well, I talked to him throughout camp anyway, and he's like, Steve, they're not going to do that to you again. They're not going to steal this fight from you again. Media's all over this thing. Everybody's waiting to see what happens. So once they announced me that I won, I was happy. But I expected something big, but I didn't expect this, this big, where I'll fight, 2 Golden Boy guys, beat them, and then the president himself, comes and fight me. So, it's the best feeling in the world.
But what is your level of concern? Now you're fighting the Golden Boy himself in Los Angeles. What is your level of concern about going the distance with him and getting a decision?
No concern, because so many people are going to be viewing this thing. They're going to get it right. They got to get it right. My only concern is just, safety of my fans that'll be there, my family. But it's not a concern because it'll be fine.
What about having Roger in your corner? It's kind of a weird. You beat Oscar. It blows a $25 million payday for his nephew. What are your thoughts on that? And why did you stick with him in your training?
People always say, is that a conflict? It's not a conflict because one thing about like the Mayweather family, they don't like to lose and they're real competitive. And to go against his brother and say, I got to win over my brother, which they've never done before. This has never been done with their family. And I don't know if it's been done with any family, but to say I could beat my brother, he'd love that. I mean, that'll always be a bragging right because Roger was world champion 2 times. Floyd Sr. wasn't. So for Roger to say, I beat you at everything. I became world champ. I beat you with Steve. Beat the biggest fighter in boxing. So I think it's not a conflict of interest because he wants to prove.